All right, students, let's finish off the 7-5 notes. Here we're going to be converting to exponential form. This is like problem number 3 from page 449. All we're doing, friends, is we're going to take the root and sneak it back into the radical sign. So as you can see, this 5 right here, this 5 is going to sneak back in, and this is going to turn into a b to the 3/5. I like doing this type of problem so much better. Writing things in exponential form I think is kind of neat. You just rewrite it without the radical sign. The ones we did up top, these ones up here, these ones can get kind of goofy. So yeah, not my favorite problems. These ones aren't too bad. So excuse me, here we go. Right here, B. There's like kind of two ways to do this one, but one way is to sneak the 3 in and just go ahead and stick it to the 5 and stick it to the 27. And you're like, there's nothing there on the 27. Yeah, technically there is. There's a 1 there. Remember that. So you can rewrite this as 27 to the 1/3 and D to the 5/3. Okay. Now, 27 is a cube, so 27 to the 1/3 turns into a 3, and then D to the 5/3 is just D to the 5/3. So that's kind of nice. There's really not a whole lot to do after you rewrite them. You just simplify the numbers if you can, but otherwise the exponents and the fraction the fraction powers basically just stay the same. That's one way to write it. The other way to do it is you could rewrite it as 1/3 of the entire group. So there's another way to write it, but you get the same result. You can rewrite it as the group 27d to the 5. All of that to the 1/3 power, but the same thing happens. The nice thing about this method is you kind of rewrite it as a frying pan, and then you follow your frying pan rules. You can go 1/3, stick it to the 27, multiply the 5, you get 27 to the 1/3, and you get D to the 5/3. So it's all the same. Okay, I like this one's a bit more direct. This one's a bit more aggressive. This one's also correct. It's just an extra step to write. All right, here we go. Here's the got it question. So this 3 is going to sneak in, stick to the bottom of the 2, so it's going to be S to the 2/3. Nice. This 3 is going to sneak in and stick to the bottom of the 4. I almost forgot about this 12. It was out here all by itself. Friends, if there's nothing around the 12, then leave it alone. It's just a regular number that's kind of coming along for the ride. The only thing that's going to get an exponent is this x to the 4/3. Leave it alone. Nothing else to do. So if the number's on the outside, you leave it alone. Kind of like the ones up top. Like this example, this 10 had nothing with it, so it stayed at 10. This 16 had nothing with it, so it stayed at 16. This 12 is kind of minding its own business, so leave it alone. C. Now remember, any plain radical sign technically has a 2 with it, so don't forget about that. So this 2 is now going to sneak and stick to the 5. So this 5 is powering the group, so that 2 is going to stick to the 5. Rewrite. It's kind of like the same idea right here, but when the group is powered to a 5, that 2 has got to stick to the 5. That's the way it takes care of everything in one swing. All right, so quick rewrite here. We're going to have this to the 5/2. Now it's a frying pan, just like right up here. All right, so this 5/2 is going to stick to the 4, and it's going to stick to the y. Rewrite. 4 to the 5/2, y to the 5/2. All right, now 4 to the 5/2 can be simplified into a 32. So leave it as a 32, and then y to the 5/2. I'm not sure why I didn't circle the rest of my answers, but oh, well, it's too late now. I can go back and circle them. It doesn't take very long. Okay. Oh boy, what about this one? Okay, so again, you could put an imaginary 1 right there. You could throw the 4 in there, rewrite it as a frying pan. That works. I'm a bit more aggressive. I'm going to go ahead and throw a 1 right there. And I'm going to have this 4 stick to the bottom of that 1 and stick to the bottom of that 8. You're going to get the same result as if you had a 1 on the outside. Trust me. We're going to have a 256 to the 1/4. And then 8 divided by 4 is just 2. So this A becomes an A to the 2. 256 to the 1/4, I believe that's just 8. And then 8A squared will be our final answer right there. Okay, again, this is the more aggressive way. There's other math teachers that probably have you rewrite it this way. Probably the group 256 a to the 8. You take that whole thing to the 1/4 power. That is accurate. That is mathematically correct because you get the same thing. I just get to the same answer a little bit faster. Okay, so be aggressive or write it all out. It's up to you. All right, what about the extra practice? Here we go. Well, we got a 2 right there. So again, you can make this whole group to a half, or you can just go ahead and distribute the half. It's kind of like a reverse frying pan, students. Okay. With regular frying pan questions up top, they go in through multiplication. You sprinkle in your seasoning by multiplication. Well, with the reverse frying pan questions, with these numbers that come in through the bottom, they just stick by division. So we'd have an A to the 1/2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so we'd have a regular B, and then we'd have a C to the 3/2. Okay, there you go. That's about it. I'm not really skipping a step. I'm just being way more aggressive and just applying that 2. I could rewrite it as an A, B squared, C cubed to the 1/2, but guess what? You're going to get the same answer, so it's up to you, okay? All right, 3. I'm going to stick that to the 125. There's a 1 right there. Stick that to the bottom of the 7. Rewrite. I'm going to have a 125 to the 1/3, and then a B to the 7/3. 125 to the 1/3 is a regular 5. And then we're going to have a B to the 7/3. All right, nice. 4. Sneak in. Stick to the 4. Stick to the 12. 4 divided by 4 is a regular C. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So this is going to be a C, D3. There you go. Last one. Oh boy, this one's dynamic. All right, here we go. The 10 is going to sneak in and stick to the outermost power. So again, if there's an outermost power like right here, it's going to stick to there. Is there another one like that? I don't see it. No. But yeah, if there's ever a group that's powered, then the root is going to stick to that value. Okay, now mental math here, friends. 100 divided by 10 is 10. So this would turn into a D to the 2 to the 10th power, because 100 divided by 10 is 10. And then right to your frying pan rules. This would turn into a D to the 20th. All right, cool. That's about it for converting to exponential form. Remember, the root value sneaks in through the ground, sticks to the bottom. You could rewrite it more complicated, or you could be more aggressive. It's up to you. Just follow your rules, and everything will be okay. See you in class.